Hi guys, welcome to today's workout. Today is Friday, so traditionally it's going to be our 300, but we're going to do the 300 a little bit different today. So what I simply want us to do is, if you've got Spotify, or you can even go to YouTube, and I want you to search up Tabata Songs. Now obviously on Spotify it's a playlist, and on YouTube Tabata Songs is a YouTube channel where they actually have a playlist of about 40 odd Tabata intervals with various different, let's call it sporting personalities. At the end of the day, you don't need to mimic exactly what they're doing, you simply need to run the playlist, run it through, and it's going to give you enough work time and enough rest time in between tracks to work out what you're going to do. Now what we did today for the 300, we chose to go a little bit differently. I think we chose to, so we're at 38 minutes now, I'm at 420 calories. So the aim was in 30 minutes to pick some simple moves and to see if I can get myself to 300 calories basically of activity, of energy burn. So that was doable. We did that quite easily. The challenge is just to find movements that you know are going to cause you to burn calories. So we're looking at something that's a little bit more ballistic, a bit more mobile, a bit more metabolic, rather than say something that is strength based, simply because I want us to jack our heart rate up, and most of these devices calories are based upon elevated heart rate rather than a lower heart rate, which I tend to find happens with me if I'm doing strength activity. Whilst my heart rate escalates at the end of the round, whilst I'm in the round, my heart rate generally will slow down. It's just the way it works. So what do? We went for 7 rounds today. So Tabata being 8 intervals of 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. That gets you your 4 minutes of activity. And we went with 7 of those, so 7 falls to 28, plus the breaks in between, so all up or around the 30 odd minutes anyway. So, round number 1, I chose to take the barbell, just an empty barbell, and I chose thrusters, so squat and press. Now what I did is I just mentally set myself a target of 10 reps in each of the rounds. If you don't have a barbell, you can do this with dumbbells, you can do this with your bag, sandbag, your backpack, or alternately, you could just do air squats with a thrust movement, and that will get you going. So that was, let's call it working interval, working protocol number 1. Number 2, we just kept it old school, body drops, simply from here, down, chest and hips to the floor, stand up, no jumping, no clapping, just down and up. For those who are MMA inspired, do your sprawls. For those who want to do the full jump and clap, do a burpee, you're more than welcome to. And again, we're trying to target the 10 reps-ish or thereabouts and try to be consistent throughout. I personally ended up dropping down to I think 8 in the latter part of the rounds. So, okay, round 1, barbell thrusters. Round 2, we went on to this. Round 3, I happened to use the treadmill and we ran. So I simply got the treadmill up to 12k an hour, ran for 12k an hour for the 20 seconds, and when I heard the 3, 2, 1, I simply transitioned off to the side of the treadmill, let the treadmill keep going, and then jump back on and did so. You could also bring the treadmill down to a walking pace like 6k an hour, but you need to listen to that 3, 2, 1, and you need to hit that button straight away, otherwise the treadmill won't get back up to speed until you've already lost 4 or 5 seconds in the working interval, meaning you're only going to work for 15 or so. So treadmill was round number 3. Round number 4, we used the ski erg. We just simply got into the ski erg, just skied, nice steady pace, tried to sit around the 1,000 calories per hour, just because we're going to do 8 rounds of this, and we're not looking at going hard and fast. For me, I'm still trying to stroke around the 20 odd strokes a minute, but that forces me to therefore make sure each stroke is effective, and that got me that round done. So again, let's just recap: barbell, body drops, treadmill intervals, and then onto the ski erg. We then went back into barbell and we simply did barbell for clean and press. So simply from the hang position, so just here, boom, 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 boom. And again, if you want to do a strict, you can do a strict, or you can use that little hop as you overhead press or jerk the bar up. What I did for the first 4 rounds is I had the resting position of the bar above my head. In the last 4 rounds, my resting position was the bar simply hanging down here, just to mix up the stimulus a little bit during the rest. So that gets us now to 5 rounds or so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round 6, we went back to body drops, but we paired the body drops with the assault bike. So getting the assault bike up to around 66 RPM for the working intervals, getting off during the 10 seconds down, doing the body drops. And that gets us 6 rounds, 24 minutes plus and minus the breaks in between. You're getting close to the 30-minute mark now. Now to bring it home, just to, I suppose the bike's here, so why not? Went back onto the bike for the final intervals. Okay, so the final 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, got the bike up to 66 and simply added 1 RPM for each round. So starting at 66, then during the rest period, brought it right down to like 45 to 50, not slow, but enough that I've still got momentum. As soon as I heard the 3, 2, 1, went straight back into it, went to 67. So again, so we're looking for 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, and 73 at the top end. You're going to find that those last 4 rounds, they're going to be taxing, but it is only a short interval. It's only 20 seconds. Now, you don't have this kit at home, you can still do the same thing. So I said, if you don't have a barbell, you could use your sandbag, you could use your weighted backpack, you could do kettlebell swings with it, you can do the thruster with it, you can chuck it on your back, you can do air squats with it. Okay? Burpees are burpees are burpees, are body drops, do whatever, or you could do push-ups. Don't have a treadmill, grab a driveway, just do shuttle runs up and down, and then during the rest period, or either walk. So walk during the rest period, because you're typically not going to get to the same pace as we'd be able to do on the treadmill, because you've got to turn at both ends. So shuttle runs with a walk, shuttle runs with a walk. Don't have the bike, then also too, you can do the bike and replace the bike and the ski erg with a skipping rope. You could also do something like butterfly sit-ups or whatever works for you, but either way, it's simple, it's easy. We're looking at 300 calories in a short space of time. We are now at 44 minutes, and I'm at 496. Heart rate monitor on my chest is telling me something a little bit differently as well too, but you get the drift. 300 calories is today's activity, that's our task, just using the Tabata Songs. I will put a link in the description below where you can find them, and then go from there. Cheers.